Hear ye. Let's bring the village board meeting February 13th, 2023, 6 p.m. to order. Roll call, please.
Washburn?
Here.
Doxey?
Here.
Hewitt?
Here.
Clausen?
Here.
Bhatia?
Here.
Anastasio?
Here.
DeGroot?
He's here. So let's move on to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So this is exciting. We've got the presentation of the new Canine police officer dog, which is a specialist in electronic storage detection.
We get a picture of this.
Yeah, we need pictures. Darn right.
Our social media person's here.
All right, we're on. All right, good evening. So, you're about to meet the newest member of the Mount Pleasant Police Department. This is Canine. It's Cal for short. And we have Detective Justine Justman, who is the handler. She is a dog that was donated from, it's called the K-Not Foundation. $15,000 dog. What they do is they donate dogs to law enforcement agencies to detect the chemical that's in computer storage devices, the different chips, so phones, computers, tablets, and the prerequisite is that what they have to do is be used in what are called ICAC cases, Internet Crimes Against Children. So Justine so graciously handles these cases, which I won't get into any details, but they're not so great. So she researched this, got all the details about this dog, did all the legwork, went to the training, which was also paid, and now she's back, and so this is our newest member. Wonderful dog. Now, Cal was also trained as a therapy or comfort dog because she has a, let's just say that she loves garbages too much, and they wouldn't pass her to be a comfort dog. So she has the temperament for it, but she just preferred garbages quite a bit. So, and when she walks in our offices, the garbages go right on the desk because that's where her nose goes. But she's a wonderful dog. She'll be used for the electronics detection as well as a comfort dog during traumatic events for victims that she interviews, as well as any traumatic events that our officers might deal with. So we're glad to have her. She's wonderful. I know some of you met her and have pet her already. But, yep, she's wonderful. If anybody has any questions, we'd be more than happy to answer those.
She sure seems laid back.
Very much so, especially for a 2.5-year-old lab.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize.
This is what she'll do, all day with you?
Yeah,
Just-
pretty much all day.
Yeah. So until she tells her it's time to go to work. What she does is during the day, she'll incorporate training right into her day. So she'll have someone hide some phones or whatever. And to see her work is great. She's outstanding.
So, Mr. President, so phones are everywhere. So how does she take direction from you in terms of searching a certain area? Or in other words, I had my phone in my purse. I mean, I don't know, do you give her specific commands to detect? And otherwise, she could care less if she found 6 phones, or how does?
So she's food rewarded, which means she has to work in order to eat, but it sounds bad, but she eats just as much as another dog does, but when we work, her reward is food. So I have to give her, there's certain commands that we give her. Like first we say, let's go to work, and then we'll seek, and then I'll show her a little bit of directives, and then we search the certain areas, and that's when she knows. Otherwise, realistically, it'll be impossible for her to always be searching, so she shuts it off very well.
Oh, she does?
Yeah, when we're not.
That's kind of what I was
Yeah.
asking. Do they have that ability to kind of shut it off?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. Beautiful dog. Nice to have a little calmer dog, on the police force for everybody to enjoy. And I would think that she is very beneficial if there's somebody that is nervous and you want to question, and if they can, just have a little comfort, it may make them feel more comfortable to talk, to share information, and to get their story told, so.
I think the last time we brought a dog, jumped over the counter, over a couple shoulders here. But you can see she's pretty relaxed, so I don't know if you have to worry about that tonight, so, yeah.
So normally, do you go into a room and just have her find every electronic device in the room?
So typically when I train her, I'll use a couple different rooms and I'll hide a particular number of devices in the rooms or have someone else do it for me, and I'll go from room to room. We do a couple searches with the DCI, which is the Department of Criminal Investigations, for their cases, and then we'll go in and we'll target rooms that we feel has the chances of having the most electronics, like for the suspects or things like that, and we'll try to focus on those. And we do a lot of outside searching. She'll find it outside, in cars and things like that.
Okay, cool.
So it's phones, computers,
Laptops, SIM cards, pretty much any electronic device that has storage on it. So it could be as small as the really tiny, SIM cards, the SD cards, things like that.
So when I lose my cell phone, I can call you and have you come
Yeah.
help find it?
Yes, she can. Yeah, she can find all that stuff. What's cool about her is that we can use her for victim interviews too. So this is how she is. We just had a victim interview where she just laid by her feet, and every time the victim wanted to talk, and you could tell she's a little bit like upset, she would just reach down and pet her, and then come back up. So, and we do have a goal of using her, since they want us to use her a lot in classrooms. So we're gonna try to incorporate internet security, safety stuff with the kids as well, just because this is the reason we have her, but this is how we can prevent it. So that's our plan.
That's terrific.
very good.
Ron's got
Awesome.
something.
Is she trained only for the electronic storage or also for other like drugs or something like that?
Nope, she's solely for electronic detection. The reason for this is they specifically use labs for this training is because they want the temperament that we have, and we want to be able to use her for other things as well. Not saying narcotic dogs can't be used as that, but typically labs have the demeanor where we can use her for other things that are important.
But Chief, do we have, how many canines we have now? 2?
Right now, we have 2. If you remember Canine Aries, he was put down
Right. Yeah, I know.
last fall.
Okay.
So he'll be replaced in
So she
March.
is replaced that. So
Yep.
with the 2 canine officer, is the other dog trained for the narcotics?
Yes.
Or drug? Okay, so we cover
Yep,
these 2 bases.
absolutely. And then your dog is what, 1 of 5 in the state?
Yeah.
1 of 5 in the state trained, so.
Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Yep.
Okay, so let's move on to item F, public comment, item E. Members of the public are welcome to provide comments on any matter. Please listen for the president to recognize you. State your name and address for public record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. I have nobody signed up for public comment. And I don't see anybody waving for public comment, so we'll close public comment and we'll move on to the consent agenda with Trustee Hewitt.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adopt the items in the consent agenda.
Second.
So I hear a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So that motion carries. Reports, Trustee Clausen, you have anything?
Yes, actually, I do. Carrie sent me an email this afternoon to give me an update. They're planning right now for the spring, but they've confirmed 7 events, and they're working on getting contracts. And the county did finalize a contract with the Franksville Beer Garden for this coming season too. They're looking at advertising campaigns, and getting the Visit Racine County Visitor Guide delivered. So, plan is what she's saying they're doing right now.
Okay. So from there, we need a motion to go into closed session.
Mr. President, the village board will consider a motion to convene into closed session per Wisconsin statute 19.85 paren 1 paren E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. The closed session will relate to discuss a potential settlement agreement related to Racine County case number 2019CV1498, Cruisinger Farms Incorporated versus Village of Mount Pleasant.
Second?
Here, a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Washburn,
Aye.
Doxy,
Aye.
Hewitt. Clausen,
Aye.
Batia,
Aye.
Anastasio,
Aye.
DeGroot.
Aye. So the village is in closed session. What do you think? 15, 20 minutes? Here we go live. Okay, so we need a motion to go back into open session.
Mr. President, I move to reconvene into open session to consider any motions on any of the matters discussed under the closed session listed above.
Second.
A motion and a second, so all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So we are in open session, and basically the report out is we've got a motion to consider.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to enter into settlement agreement with Cruisinger Farms Incorporated pertaining to Racine County case number 2019 CV1498 and authorize the payment of $1 million in additional just compensation for the acquisition of land.
Second.
So I hear a motion and a second, and again, this is just to finalize a lawsuit whereby we had taken some highway frontage for the purposes of road widening, and we paid them a certain amount, and they were looking to get more out of it, and so through a lot of mediation and meetings and conversations between the attorneys and other parties, we've got that taken care of. So that's the motion, is for settlement, and we'll do roll call.
Washburn,
Aye.
Doxy,
Aye.
Hewitt,
Aye.
Clausen,
Aye.
Batya,
Aye.
Anastasio,
Aye.
DeGroot.
Aye, so that motion carries. So there being no other business in front of us, we need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. President.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.